Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm the Urban Seer, and in today's reading we're going to be looking at uncovering what's blocking your financial success and guide you towards prosperity. So whether you're looking to overcome challenges, unlock abundance, or take control of your financial path, this spread will provide clarity on the steps you need to take to align with your goals. So for this reading, I'm using the Six of Wands, which I've taken from 3 different decks to represent each different reading, each different group. The Six of Wands is a powerful symbol of success, prosperity, and victory, and it represents the recognition and rewards that come when you persevere and triumph over obstacles. And its energy really sets the tone for this reading, helping us focus on how you can overcome blocks and claim the success that's waiting for you. So group number 1, we have the Nicoletta Ciccioli deck. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And we have the Six of Wands from that deck here. It's a really beautiful deck if you're new to it. It's very whimsical. It's quite dark and moody in its imagery. It's very mysterious, but has some really beautiful images. So that's group number 1. Group number 2, we have the Wild Unknown deck. We have the Six of Wands from that. This has some really beautiful, vibrant colours in contrasting again to some more darker, subconscious energies, and it has a lot of animal symbolism as well throughout this deck. It's very direct and really straight to the point, I found, with its messaging. And group number 3, we have a more traditional deck, so the Rider-Waite, the holographic deck, and this holographic really brings this beautiful kind of rainbow aspect to the traditional images. We see obviously here the Six of Wands from that deck. So take a moment, use your intuition to tap into which deck and which image resonates with you most. And you'll find the link to your chosen reading in the description box below. But let's get into it, and wishing you all love and light. Hey group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the beautiful Nicoletta Ciccioli deck, and we're drawn to this Six of Wands card. Let's put that to one side for now, and we can get on with the rest of your reading. So the first placement that we start with is your current relationships with money. So the energy you currently hold around finances and abundance. Let's see what comes through. Okay, wow. So we have a major arcana, and it's the Devil card. And the Devil talks about really old thoughts and behaviors that can be quite toxic, really. There's something here that needs to be released. So maybe you've had financial struggles, a long history, maybe harking back even to childhood, where there were some toxic associations with money that you learned from a young age and were instilled with you. And this can be carried forward into adulthood, where it can be quite triggering, the issue of money and abundance. It could affect you in many different ways. It could be that money was scarce, so therefore there's a lot of fear around money loss, about self-worth as well, about deserving wealth and deserving abundance. Money could seem in itself like as if that it has not being used for positive reasons. Like sometimes people can use money as power over others. Of course, we see a lot of that happening very often. So take what resonates with that, but there's some very powerful issues and powerful associations that are still going on here and that need to be recognized. What I'm seeing here as well is this person who feels this is kind of your energy that I'm picking up on in this image, feels kind of at the mercy to money in abundance, that you're not in control is what I'm feeling, that you feel powerless maybe in the face of trying to be prosperous and have abundance. You've tried and maybe failed, and it's left you in a place of feeling quite powerless, quite stuck and defeated. Even this person has kind of gone into a place of unconsciousness, and almost, you know, we can see that they're asleep or they're knocked out or something like this, yeah, in the face of these toxic associations with money. You may be very aware of this already, but this is indicating to me, and obviously Spirit is clarifying that this is where you're at now. And the main kind of aspect is what I'm feeling that strongly is what needs to change is that sense of powerlessness and not feeling in control. So let's see what the rest of the placements tell us though. So moving on to the second placement, which is the source of financial blockages, where the obstacle to your financial successes are coming from. So we have obviously already touched on that, but we'll focus in on this even more and dig a little deeper about beliefs, habits, and external influences that are going on. Let's see what we have. The Four of Pentacles. And this can be very much a continuation of this, in the sense of Four of Pentacles is about security and holding on very tight to the security that you have. And it really comes from there is quite a lot of fear in this card, fear of expansion, fear of taking a risk in order to, because there's a lot of fear of losing the security that you have built. This card always as well has this element to me of kind of sacrifice, about, you know, this is the sort of level of success which it's not the success of my dreams by any means, but it's some security. It's better than having nothing. There's these kind of undercurrents of really coming from a place of lack and fear, and maybe about, again, about, we touched on self-worth, about maybe not feeling good enough. You know, that kind of wealth wouldn't happen for me, that kind of success won't happen for me. We see in this image here, there's like a house which represents security, that is like there's this one world and then there's this other world going on, and we can see this person is looking at this other person's life. And to me, in this message today as it stands and in this reading, it almost looks as a place of envy. Like that's what happens, that kind of success and that kind of level of abundance happens for other people. It doesn't happen for me. So there is even you may be aware of this as well, and you may have challenged it, but this is still sticking with you. Like this belief has still taken root in you. And there needs to be some pushing against some boundaries within you, pushing out of your comfort zone, be that in a practical way or be that in a way that your belief system works and your outlook, group number one, okay? But let's see what the rest of the card says. What the rest of the cards tell us even. So placement number 3, this is how this block is affecting you. So the specific ways this challenge is impacting your financial situation or mindset. We've got the Chariot card. It's stopping you from moving forward. The Chariot card is a very powerful energy. Major Arcana, second major arcana here for you, group number 1. Which tells me significant powerful energies are surrounding you at the moment around this success. This feels very important that you challenge this in yourself, this kind of restrictive belief system, because there's huge potential here for you to succeed and grow and propel forward. The Chariot charges forward. And what the Chariot possesses is this determination and belief that even if there are obstacles, setbacks, etc., they have this very one-pointed outlook of where their confidence lies is being able to overcome obstacles. So it's not that they expect a path that is smooth sailing and without troubles and without obstacles, but where their confidence lies is that they will be able to overcome whatever obstacles are put in their way. So it's been very direct, these messages, and coming through very clearly that I feel like that this movement and this energy to propel forward to abundant success is sort of is very actually near to you. It is almost in touching distance, nearer to you than maybe what you think or feel. It feels very connected to, like I say, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and taking more risks, and having more belief in yourself, and more confidence in yourself that you can overcome setbacks. So number 5 is, this is number 4 even, of what needs to change. So a key shift in perspective, behaviour or action required to break through the block. So this will tell us more on how you can break through it. 8 of Cups, leaving behind a situation that no longer is emotionally fulfilling you, group number 1. So that ties in very much with to pushing yourself out of your comfort zone or changing the situation, but it's actually about asking more for yourself. And this could be in any area of your life, because this issue of about sacrificing yourself and settling came up before. And so this returns to clarify that point for you, group number 1, about if it being a job, say for example, where you know that it doesn't emotionally fulfill you and satisfy you, and this being a sign for you to go for more and ask for more, and this will usher in more financial abundance and prosperity just by following your emotional needs and your emotional life. It could even be that if you're in an emotionally dissatisfying relationship, that this is keeping you in those lower vibrations, of this settling kind of energy. So interesting how when we do that it can permeate often into all areas of your life. If you're settling in one area, then it's sort of that this informs your outlook and you begin to settle in other areas of your life. So this is what needs to change, is that you need to walk away from a situation, take what resonates with what's happening for you personally that is no longer emotionally fulfilling, and you need to make steps towards asking for more or making steps towards people, places, things that you feel more emotionally fulfilled. And this is going to shift your relationship to money and to prosperity. It's about not settling, group number 1, a lot. That's a lot of the message of what I'm getting, okay? Okay, moving on to placement 5, which is your hidden strengths. So a skill, a resource or trait that you can leverage to overcome financial challenges or blocks, okay? So this is your strength, another major arcana, and this is the Emperor card. And the Emperor card is your hidden strength, okay? The Emperor card is an amazing leader. It's the Emperor likes to be in control, okay? And they're actually very good when they are in control. They're very They have a very direct and clear energy, and they actually do well in positions of power. Obviously, the darker side of this energy is being too controlling, etc. But this is in a positive position, okay? This is positive energy, and this is your strength and your skill. So this is something to lean into more. This is a side of you that you need to embody. The Emperor really is like, it's is the boss energy of the tarot deck, okay? The ultimate kind of leader, the person that people look up to, an excellent teacher, an excellent mentor, someone who would be fantastic at managing a team, if that would be open to you. I don't know if you're already doing that, or if that's a step of how you could push the boundaries, taking on more responsibility, really moving into much more of a position of power. So I don't know if you've had any doubts about if you, this is something that you question about, if you would be good at leadership, but you would be excellent in a leadership role. You have this way of sort of commanding and demanding respect, is what I feel, but with an ease. It's like it's not forced. There is just this way about you that you can bring that out in people, in the workplace, which is what I feel is where that you would shine. So whatever that looks like to you, if it would be your own business, or if it is into a leadership role, even if it's about stopping doubting yourself if you're already in a leadership position, and kind of becoming more direct in communication and speaking out and not shying away, is what I'm hearing from these qualities that you possess. People want to see this in you. You know, people want to be, if they trust and respect a leader, they want to be directed and advised and guided. It doesn't have to be just like a power trip, for example. If there is people enjoy being guided, if it's in a respectful way, and if it's in from a person that they trust. So take what resonates that your situation, but this is your skill. This is where you're being in this energy and being in your element, really, of Emperor energy, is where you'll find this abundance and prosperity. This is the key for you, group number 1, is in this position of power. And that's the direction that you need to go in. So next card. So this is position 6, and this is who or what will support you. So external help or guidance that's available to assist you on your path to prosperity. We have the 4 of Wands. Beautiful. This is a person, you know, who is an ally. It could be a partner, it could be a colleague. This is someone who's already in your life, okay? 4 of Wands is a very stable energy, sort of navigating all this craziness in a way that we see with this sort of surreal land that you are running through. So maybe you have had a lot of sort of craziness in the workplace, or some ups and downs with finances, okay? Or just the ups and downs of life, okay? And this person is very connected to you. They will follow you wherever you go. So this could be a family member, this could be a colleague, this could be a partner, a spouse. So take what resonates, yeah? So this is just confirmation, okay, that this is This person will continue to have your back. I feel like they already have, but they will continue to have your back and play a big part in supporting you on your journey. Always been a source of stability. Take time as well and chance to celebrate this relationship. That's what the Four of Wands brings a message as well. Celebrate the milestones that you've already reached together, this person having your back. Don't forget to celebrate the successes along the way, but this is someone who is incredibly loyal to you. They would follow you to the depths of hell, really, and they would have your back, and they were your biggest supporter, your number one fan. So what a lovely energy to come through, and to kind of know that, revel in that, express gratitude to them as well. To have someone so deeply connected to you, group number one. That support will continue through this, so know that. And then let's have a look at the final position. So this is, if you can implement the guidance so far, this is where it will take you. Yeah. We have the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Look at this. After the Eight of Cups that we've had, we've got the Nine. And the Nine is, it will take you to this. Look how abundant that is, that place. But it will take you to emotional fulfillment, prosperity. It's like there's a sense of joy in this card, of luxury. See how surreal this is, but we've got this really sort of luxurious image of a bubble bath. Just having a good time, here. This is your companion, I think your loyal companion or your loved ones. It's like being able to enjoy the good life here. This is prosperity. This is abundance. It is available to you, group number one. It is waiting for you. But there's just these changes here that need to be tweaked. There needs to be breaking out of the comfort zone, not settling, walking away from these things, this situation that is no longer emotionally fulfilling for you, and leaning into your power. This Chariot energy will take over and will carry you forward to this Nine of Cups if you're able to do that. It's almost like the epitome, isn't it, of abundance and prosperity, this card. It looks so luxurious, but there's also this message, because it's cups, about it being emotionally fulfilling, and this is tied into your journey to success, group number one. It's about your emotional life just as much as it is your financial and practical steps, yeah? So what a beautiful note to end on. I hope this reading resonated for you, group number one. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up and leave any comments down below. It's always great to get feedback from you. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider subscribing so you'll be notified for all future readings. But wishing you all the best with your circumstances and your journey, and wishing you financial success, abundance and prosperity, group number one. Love and light. Hey group number two, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Wild Unknown deck, and this is the Six of Wands from that chosen deck. We see this beautiful butterfly who is really escaping this kind of tangled, messy energy below here, and is victoriously breaking free. So that kind of kickstarts the reading for you, and already tells me maybe something a little bit about your situation and your desires. This kind of wanting to break free energy is what I'm feeling. But let's move on to your placements, the rest of the cards, which I've obviously already shuffled and pulled the cards. And placement one is your current relationship with money, so the energy you're currently holding around finances and abundance. Wow. Okay, so we have a major arcana, the Tower, and this is all about sudden change. So this can be that you've experienced this, okay? So some kind of path or journey that you are on. So it can be, talk about job loss, even for some of you very specifically. But it's a journey that you were going on that felt secure, that felt like this was how it was going to unfold, and you kind of had a plan, and you felt like you knew where things were going. And then it's like there's a sudden detour. We see how this lightning has struck this tree, yeah, and completely destroyed the top of this tree, this branches. And that represents that you feel like you have been struck by lightning at some point on your journey to financial success and prosperity, and you're still feeling the repercussions of that. It could be currently going on for you right now, that you're in the midst of it, group number 2. So tell what resonates with, if this feels like it's from the past and that the reverberations and repercussions are still rattling through your life and you still feel shaken and shook and are rebuilding. Or it could be that you're in the midst of it. Now with the Tower card is, even though it can be quite traumatic, that it is what I like to call like a spiritual intervention. It's spirit coming in and just clearing out, having this massive clear out of what no longer serves you energetically and making way for the new. So putting you back on the right path, putting you back in alignment. Even if you're at the stage of wherever you are at the process in this, because it can be that you just find yourself at ground zero and you're having to rebuild. But it is in essence a spiritual intervention, and it is for your greater good and for your higher self. So try to remember that during this probably difficult or trying time which you're having. It is a spiritual intervention, and you've actually been rerouted and put on a path that is what's meant for you. Whatever's left was not meant for you. Let's move on to placement 2, which is the source of financial blockages. So where the obstacles to your financial success are coming from. This is about beliefs, habits, or external influences. And we have the Father of Wands. Interestingly, look, I see how this bolt of lightning is echoing into this card as well. Now this, for some of you, this Father of Wands could be a person in your life. So a manager, a boss, someone who has some influence or power on your finances, and that they feel like that they are quite a controlling force, sometimes sort of the darker side of the Father of Wands is that they can be very overwhelming, forceful, but to the point where it's not productive. Yeah, so overbearing is the word that I'm looking for. Overpowering, that kind of energy. For some of you, you may have this force in your life, feels male, or certainly that kind of divine masculine. Well, I don't want to say divine actually, because it is more the shadow side of the Father of Wands is what I'm feeling. But someone who maybe is trying to control your finances and blocking your financial growth in some way. Maybe they are part of this, because it's echoing throughout this bolt of lightning, and that they have been part of this Tower moment. Yeah. So maybe for some of you, it could be that you separated from your spouse even, and now in the breakup, post-breakup, you are getting someone who is trying to control your finances and not give you your fair share, your half, trying to make things difficult for you. For some of you, it could be job loss, and this was a manager who was part of not looking after you in that scenario, and there being a kind of messy ending to the job loss. That kind of energy is what I'm feeling. For others, now I just want to pull one more card who maybe are experiencing this, where it's the Father of Wands. Tell me, Spirit, more about this Father of Wands. Is it that you are being too overbearing and too controlling, and there is even a rashness to this Father of Wands energy when it's the shadow side of it? You know, it's like almost being too letting your there's a lot of anger sometimes in this card, anger and frustration, and kind of leading with that and not thinking clearly. So take what resonates with that. If you identify with that kind of Father of Wands shadow side energy, or if it feels like it's someone in, you know, an external person in your energy field who is trying to control your finances. Yeah, the Ace of Wands is like needing to, what I'm feeling is like someone needs to bring the energy levels down, as in the desire for control, and that their emotions have got the better of them. We need to go turn the volume down back to the Ace of Wands, which is a more positive energy. It's a brighter energy. It's about taking steps towards it's positive actions, new ideas, new inspiration, instead of trying to force things to happen and control the situation somehow. So take what resonates with that. If you feel like that it's you who is from this Tower moment fell into the shadow side of the Father of Wands energy, or for others this is someone's else's energy that there's nothing much you can do about, but they're trying to block you financially, make things difficult for you, had some negative kind of influence. But let's move on. Okay, so placement 3 is about how these blocks, digging deeper into how this block is affecting you, specifically the way it's challenging and impacting your situation or mindset. It's putting you into a state of loss because we have the Five of Cups here. Ultimately, this person, or if you, like I say, if this is your energy, how it's affecting your mindset ultimately in regards to abundance and money is it's putting you in a state of disappointment. It's putting you in a state of lack. It's really bringing low mood energy, which is very understandable, of course. If you've got this going on, that's really hard to challenge, particularly if it's someone who is bringing this energy towards you. It's got you in a low mood, a state of lack. Now with the Five of Cups, Spirit encourages us to, that it's okay to obviously feel that disappointment, feel that loss, because though we are seeing that is valid, that through this Tower moment, no doubt there will have been some kind of loss and disappointment in a situation. It didn't work out how you wanted it to. But it's also not to sink and fixate into this and lose yourself, I guess, for too long. There comes a point where we need to pull ourselves out of this and begin to make steps to move forward. So obviously what's brought you to this reading is this desire and want for financial success and for prosperity and abundance. And this really low energy and disappointment and loss can only we can only allow it to run for so long. And yeah, we need to begin to make steps to do what we can to pull ourselves out of that, whatever that is for you. If that's making sure that you're talking and sharing to loved ones that you trust about how you feel and what's going on, not keeping it all to yourself. If it's about meditation, if it's in prayer, if it's, you know, exercise that makes you feel more positive, self-care, whatever it is for you, however small, but to begin to make these steps to say, okay, we're grieving for this, we appreciate the loss, but now let's look at where we're going to next. What do we still have going for us? What still remains? And begin to build on the potential that is still within our situation, okay? So the next placement is 4. So what needs to change? So this is a key shift in perspective, behavior, or action required to break through the block. So this is sort of helping us also understand how to move past this 5 of Cups energy. We have the beautiful major arcana, the Magician. Wonderful. Look at that. It's such a gorgeous card. So what needs to change? A key shift in perspective. The Magician is, to me, is always about the energy of manifestation. So for those of you that are already practicing that, this is a sign to lean into this more. For some of you who are new to it, this is maybe a sign to begin to explore manifestation. What it brings the message is that you have all the tools laid out before you for success and prosperity, okay? You have done the work, you have the skills, you have the tools. They're all at your grasp, okay? They're just in front of you there. Even if it doesn't feel that way, that is the truth. So know that now, hear that now, that when in this reading. And the Magician is about also allowing help, though, from spirit and from the universe. Talking about divine timing, talking about leaning into manifestation, about holding this vision. It's not so much this card about loads of action that needs to be taken. It's very much like an internal shift. And it's about a mindset shift. So beginning to really move away from this mindset and this belief of lack, of disappointment, of loss. Okay, we've honored these feelings, we've given this its time, and now it's time to move into this Magician mindset of that success and prosperity is going to happen. Tuning out self-doubt, following impulses around inspired action only, I want to say, and not just working ourselves into the ground and believing that that's what we need to do to recover from this Tower moment, to release ourselves from this Father of Wands energy. It's about really surrendering control to an extent and only giving energy towards the things that we can control, and releasing and let go of the rest. There does seem to be a feeling and a message here about surrendering and about releasing the need for control, and drawing on strength from spirit and handing over the responsibility to spirit, and working on building a solid belief in that spirit is helping you and your relationship with spirit and money. Interesting. Powerful big energies here, group number 2. It feels quite intense, whatever you're going through. It feels quite heavy. This Tower moment, particularly, whoever this Father of Wands is, for some of you, is like this powerful force. And there's some big shifts here that need to be that need to take place, but I just want to acknowledge that it feels like it's very intense for you, whatever's going on. I imagine it's taken a lot of strength, a lot of inner strength to navigate this. So now placement 5, this is your hidden strength. So a skill, a resource or trait that you can leverage to overcome financial challenges. We have the Sun card, another major arcana. This is your natural, despite what we've seen here of these heavy energies, this is your natural positive outlook of being able to see the bright side, group number 2. This is a trait of yours that you've got this really beautiful warm energy, and it is optimism as well, a natural inclination to lean towards optimism, to be able to find the moments of joy, to be able to seek joy even in trying times. This is a power, this is a skill that you possess, and it's not to be underestimated, okay? So it sounds quite simple, it sounds quite basic, yeah, but it's really actually not, and a lot of people do not really have this ability. It's quite rare to have a truly positive, optimistic outlook, and to be able to enjoy ourselves and to be able to enjoy the small wins as well as the big. So this is about, even in trying times, to remember who you are, to remember, get back to this positive, warm energy and this positive outlook. I feel like you've been sorely tested, I want to say, on whatever journey that you've been on regarding prosperity and abundance. Okay, it has been sorely tested, rooting back, I think, to this Tower moment of it being quite a blow. We've seen from even this card that the Six of Wands, this kind of tangled mess that you're escaping from, trying to escape from, and your optimism is what will free you and what will get you to where you want to be. And it begins as well with beginning to enjoy the small pleasures and the small moments of joy with loved ones, with friends, with family, with looking and focusing on, there's so much ties into manifestation in what's going for you now. However small, what is the positive things that are going for you? Focus on that, and then they begin to grow. Yeah, they begin to blossom when we can lean into those good vibes and feelings of what's still going for us. And the 6th placement, so this is who or what will support you, external help or guidance available to assist you on your path to prosperity. Interested to see what this is. Lovely. Ace of Cups, beautiful. This is an offering, so something is specifically coming through for you, group number 2, that will really kickstart and your path to prosperity and abundance. Okay, there is a specific new beginning, new offering that has the connection and potential to be emotionally fulfilling. This joy that we talked about, look at this yellow that is echoed here, that is in this cup. So keep this mindset, shift this mindset, try to move out of this disappointment and loss, and then what's coming for you, this will kick open the door to the next chapter, enabling you to finally rebuild and move on from this Tower and Father of Wands moment. And this is the new beginning that you have been hoping for. It has a very beautiful energy, this card. It has quite a magical quality to it, okay? So this could be a new job. This is a new opportunity that will lead to prosperity and abundance, okay? This will kickstart the whole process for you, and it's what you've been waiting for. So be open, be ready for when this comes. Drink it in, drink it up when it does. This beautiful Ace of Cups. Well, this is great to see, okay? And let's end with, so the final card, which is where if you can basically implement this guidance, can't speak, this guidance from spirit, make these shifts, make these changes, then this is where it will lead you. Beautiful. Daughter of Pentacles, Pentacles, money, financial success. This is it. This is happening for you. This rainbow here, the rainbow after the rain, okay, after the storm, is on its way to you. The Daughter of Pentacles is being able to find solid ground again, being able to find this level of success that you've craved and maybe had your world rocked, and this is about leveling up again. This, of course, will be because it was a tower moment where it shifted out things that were not aligned with you anymore. This is you finding success and prosperity that actually aligns with your spirit though as well. This Ace of Cups telling me that not only will it be financial success, but there will be emotional success tied in with this. It has a gentler energy from what's been in the past to me. It has more flexibility, it has more fluidity, more freedom. Again, we saw this desire for freedom, for escape, kind of being able to be yourself as well as successful, and it not having to be an either or situation. Group number 2, which maybe it was before, that you kind of lost yourself, you felt very oppressed and compromised in your path to success before. And this is a shift of being able to, it's not all the responsibilities on you. Spirit is carrying some of this burden for you as well. And you can be emotionally and financially fulfilled, because this is just almost the starting point as well, that you regain this ground and stability that the Daughter of Pentacles offers. But then comes the Queen of Pentacles, then comes the King. Yeah, it's like you can keep leveling up on this path, but it's a huge milestone to reach this Daughter of Pentacles of financial success while still being in alignment with your spiritual journey and your spiritual path. So what beautiful energies to end on. Group number 2, I hope this reading resonated for you. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments down below in the comment section. It's always great to hear from you, get feedback. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do consider subscribing so you'll be notified for all future readings. But wishing you prosperity, abundance, financial success, group number 2. Love and light. Hey, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Rider-Waite holographic deck. And as we can see, the beautiful image of the Six of Wands here, of someone riding through this crowd, being acknowledged, being applauded with victory and success for their achievements. And let's see what the rest of the messages for you are. And we start with your first placement, which is your current relationship with money. So the energy you currently hold around finances and abundance. Okay, so let's see what's going on. And we have the Sun card, which is the happiest card in the deck, group number 3. Okay. So there is a really joyous energy about this. This is a very positive card. It's a very positive outlook. So what I feel like is that you actually have a very fantastic outlook towards money and finances at the moment in general, despite any setbacks or challenges that you might be experiencing. Okay, but there's something about your positive nature and your positive outlook, almost like an innocence here, is which I'm drawn to with this image. That this is what has carried you through so far on your journey of abundance, and this is what will continue to carry you through. So you may be doing well financially and be on the road to success. And this is, so for some of you, that's confirmation that it's like, yes, you are dead on. You are absolutely correct. That you feel like, yes, this is, I'm on the correct path and I'm on the journey. For some of you who are having more difficulties, more struggles, this is about your inherently positive outlook that will see you right and will get you through. Despite setbacks, you kind of always manage to bounce back, is what I'm hearing. But let's see what the rest of the placements say. So placement 2 is the source of financial blockages. So where obstacles to your financial success are coming from. So beliefs, habits, or external influences. 6 of Pentacles, interesting. This is a card about reciprocity. It's about give and take. And what comes to mind with this, particularly off the back of this kind of very auspicious, positive sort of outlook from you, is that the 6 of Pentacles sometimes has this tendency to give too much energetically to a situation. So in order for you to feel like that to financially succeed and to be rewarded for your hard work, for some of you may feel that you have to give so much of yourself, everything of yourself, to the point of really maybe kind of burnout. And this asks the question, Spirit brings through to ask the question of to check in with yourself to a situation. Could you be giving 90% instead of 50% and have the same result and have a better work-life balance? That's the message for some of you. Are you being reciprocated and rewarded for the work that you are given? Or are you not getting back what you were given? Yeah, this indicates to me, because of the placement, because it's a source of financial blockages, it can be about maybe giving to a situation that doesn't value you, or that you're never going to get the financial success breakthrough that you kind of desire and want, the level that you want to get to. Because we need to be very mindful and very careful about who we give our energy to and how much we give our energy to, because sometimes it can hide the fact of actually a belief mindset of lack, that we have to work incredibly hard or give everything of ourselves in order to succeed. You might even feel happy about doing that, but it still raises a red flag about that this isn't good for you, for your spirit, and it's a kind of misguided mindset that we have to sacrifice ourselves really in order to be successful. Moving on to placement 3, which is how this block is affecting you specifically. So ways this challenge is impacting your financial situation or mindset. Interesting. 5 of Wands, it's causing some kind of conflict. So this can be an internal conflict in you, that it's blocking you from getting focused. It's blocking you from being able to move forward, because it's like, if we see all these can represent different parts of ourselves internally, and not being able to get on the same page. It can talk about self-doubt. About one moment we think, okay, we should be doing this, and then we flip and we go, oh no, the next day we think we have a different kind of thought, a different kind of outlook, and think, no, this is the road to success. No, this is, and there's this constant sort of flip-flopping and internal conflict. It could also be external conflict for some of you, so actual disagreements and arguments that it's bringing up, which can be rooted in that resentments are rising up maybe from giving too much and not getting back what you're giving in a situation. And of course, that is going to cause friction, arguments, disagreements. Even if we're okay with it for a bit, kind of long term, this imbalance is going to cause problems. So take what resonates with that about internal or external conflicts. Some part of you may know and feel that it's not right to be giving so much to a situation, okay, and not getting it back. So this is causing conflict in you, and or both, causing external conflict as well. Interesting. So moving on, placement 4, what needs to change? A key shift in perspective, behaviour or action that's required to break through this block. 2 of Swords. You are at a crossroads, or you are nearing a crossroads. Group number 3. So there's a decision that you will be faced with when we see this 2 of Swords. So I think it can indicate a few things. You're at a crossroads about that there needs to be some kind of change. So you need to essentially find balance in this situation. For some of you, you may need to leave that situation in order to find balance, okay? You may be in too deep into a situation, or the expectation from, say, the job that you're in, or whatever situation you're in that connects to your finances, okay, where you're giving too much, is that for some of you, you may need to walk away. For some of you, you may need to certainly begin to make steps and changes to rebalance this. And the 2 of Swords is about being at that crossroads of that decision. It can be quite uncomfortable when we're here in this 2 of Swords, okay, being unsure, feeling indecisive. Now we can see this woman here is blindfolded in this situation, and that's because it's her intuition, it's her gut instinct that is going to guide her through this. Don't look outwards for the answer, group number 3, in this situation. Whatever this change looks like for you, whatever restoring balance means to you, the answer is in your intuition and is within you. I've got that out right. So meditate more, pray more, do what you need to do to quiet the voices in order to hear that intuitive voice that will rise up within you and give you guidance and steps of what you need to do to change. Okay, so this decision will be imperative. And it would tell you, like I say, how much change needs to happen here. Do we need to leave the situation, or do we certainly need to make changes and have a different approach to what we're doing? Okay, something has to change. And your intuition is going to tell you what that change needs to be. Okay, so 5th placement, this is your hidden strengths. So this is a skill, a resource or trait that you can leverage to overcome financial challenges. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is about that it tells us that the worst is over in a situation. Now, this being a kind of hidden strength is that this tells me that you've been through a lot, group number 3. Despite this wonderful, positive, beautiful outlook that you possess, that kind of hides the fact that you're probably quite good at hiding the fact that you've been through a hell of a lot. 10 of Swords talks about betrayals, okay? Being let down, worst case scenarios coming true. This can be in the area of finances, okay? 10 of Swords is that you've been through a lot. You've been through the worst of the worst. for many of you. And really this is giving you a lot of internal strength, okay? This because you've been through the Ten of Swords, which is the bad situation, the betrayals, and you've been able to pick yourself up and carry on. And this has given you, it's almost like that you're at times not phased by or fearful maybe even anymore of negative stuff happening. And this is something to do with this optimism that you bring. So this is your strength, this is your resilience that will leverage and overcome financial challenges. It's something that maybe not many people have, in the sense of that you aren't phased by setbacks. You will keep going, and you have an incredibly strong backbone essentially, and grit and determination that is actually quite hidden, wrapped up in something softer and something positive more in appearance. But if you scratch the surface, there's this incredibly determined strong character who has survived an awful lot, and this will continue to get you through as it has done in the past, group number 3. This will not let you down, okay? This side of yourself. Sometimes though, which is what I'm feeling, just this kind of giving and receiving energy, going back to that, because you've been through such a lot, it can make you maybe endure and put up with situations that aren't the best for you. But because you're so strong that you can, but that doesn't mean that you should. Yeah, if that resonates for you. So again, be mindful of that. This whole kind of message has come together. It feels like it's about self-preservation and looking after yourself more, and not just enduring because that's what you're so good at, but it's about really taking that step to ask for more from, say, your workplace or whatever's connected to your finances. Asking a situation somehow needs to meet you more and level up, because you feels like you're doing all of the work, group number 3, somehow, okay? And this is ultimately blocking you towards being able to really reach your full potential of prosperity, okay? Let's see what the final messages are. So we have placement 6, which is who or what will support you. So external help or guidance available to assist you in your path to prosperity. So we've seen people who may be not helping you and going against you. What is helping you? The 10 of Wands, so this is about being able to put a burden down. And I think that this is, so what will support you is getting closure on a situation, okay? You've reached a lot of milestones, okay, with the 10 of Wands. It's like you have overcome lots of challenges. You see this, another 10, a 10 next to a 10. And what it feels like is that we're really nearing the end of this cycle, of this 10 cycle, is about reaching that point, that milestone and closure. And it is time for things to be wrapped up. It is a time for change. It is a time for an ace to come through, which comes after the 10, which is about a fresh start, which is about a new beginning. You've maybe gone as far as you can in a situation with someone, with a workplace. So tell you what resonates. You've gone as far as you can with someone, or in a certain role, in a certain job. You've learned a lot, you've achieved a lot. but now it's time to kind of end this cycle, is what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. And it's time for something new. It's time for a reset. You are at a crossroads, and it feels like things need to be shaken up and we need to move on. And this is really what's going to support you. I don't see it's not a specific person who has come through that will support you, but it's circumstantial, group number 3, and it's what will support you is the ending of a situation and reaching this milestone. So I don't know what this particular goal that it was that you were trying to get to, but it feels like that you are closing in on that, and you've taken this situation as far as you can. You've endured a lot. You've taken the hits. You've given 150%. I would say it hasn't been matched. It hasn't been reciprocated. So doesn't mean that you haven't got positive stuff out of it, but we need to shift that energy now, and we need to look after ourselves. You need to ask for more and move into a more equal environment, is what I'm feeling, in order to reach, like I said before, in order to reach your potential. The environment that you've been in so far can only take you so far, and you've outgrown this situation, I think. So let's see the final, so where you will end up, okay, where this will lead you. If you're able to implement these changes, if you're able to make these decisions, what will happen financially, where will you see yourself? And we have the 2 of Pentacles, and this is, you will find yourself you will be busy, group number 3, okay, but it feels lighter, this energy with the 2 of Pentacles. There's a lot going on here, but with it being Pentacles, this feels like more finances coming in, a sense of flow. I feel like that you are someone who enjoys actually when there is a lot going on. You've maybe got a lot of energy, you have got a lot of ideas, you enjoy work even as well, like you don't like to really sit still. Now with this 2 of Pentacles, this feels like the shift, so it's more a positive energy. So you will say change the situation or leave the situation for a fresh start. So that's the Ace of Pentacles, that first step. And then you'll move into a 2 of Pentacles when things really get going. Okay, and there's a lot of movement, there is busyness, there'll be a lot going on in this kind of new beginning and this change. Be mindful at this time with the 2 of Pentacles as well, to stay, all that you need to really do is keep showing up but stay centered. There can be so much going on and so much change that you could fall into being overwhelmed, okay? There will be some ups and downs that we see, but it, like I say, it's a kind of a fun and lighter energy. It feels to be more in alignment with who you are, and it is a new beginning. So enjoy it when this comes. Lots of new opportunities, lots of new ideas, new streams of financial income, new job. Take what resonates with that. Change has come, okay, and we're on the other side of this change, and we're busy and we're happy, and we just need to stay focused on being centered so we don't get overwhelmed by all these kind of new experiences and new stuff that's going on. But it feels more like that you can be yourself, and that it feels expansive, and you will have the opportunity in this shift to you're on the right road to fulfilling your potential and leveling up and being able to really take all that hard work and enthusiasm that you possess and that you're so good at and funnel it into being surrounded by people who actually can match your energy and grow with you at the rate and pace that you're actually capable of. Group number 3. So I hope that's the end of your reading. I hope it resonated for you. Please do give me a thumbs up if it did. Leave any comments down below. It's always great to get feedback from you. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing so that you'll be notified for all future readings. But wishing you all the best, group number 3, on your road to prosperity and abundance. Love and light.